Hi Turnip, so I'm back with a really unique recipe and it's my 50 shades of grey macaron, and this recipe is very different from my other macarons, so you guys definitely have to check it out to see what makes it so special. So without further ado, let's get started on this super special and delicious recipe. So starting with the base of our macaron recipe, we are going to first measure out our almond meal, and I've already tiered my gram scale so I just get the weight of the almond meal. And then we are going to do the same for our confectioner sugar as well. And all the measurements are provided in the description box down below, so check it out. And when I get orders for my macaron batches, I usually make them in bulk. So I like to do it in an assembly line, so I definitely recommend you guys all using small little cups to measure out all your ingredients to make it easier for you guys. And definitely for the first part, if you guys don't have a coffee grinder, I definitely recommend you guys sifting all your ingredients. So this is like back to basics, back to like half a year ago. So I'm just going to sift my confectioner sugar, and this is the correct technique of sifting. Just tapping on the side of your sifter. And I really like sifting the confectioner sugar and the side view because I feel like a wizard sprinkling snow dust. And then we are going to do the same for our almond meal. And like I mentioned earlier, the point of sifting is to make sure that you guys catch all the big clumps. And sometimes just sifting is not enough. I definitely recommend you guys to grind your ingredients together. So just grind your confectioner sugar with your almond meal because almond have oil in them, so when you grind them it gets kind of sticky, and the confectioner sugar is going to dry out, so it makes a very good dry ingredient combo. And I'm just using a coffee bean grinder. You guys can use a food processor if you guys have that. Since I don't have a food processors, and food processors in general are really expensive, I'm just going to do with what I can. And then I'm adding in my Oreo and our black sesame that I have roasted by pan. You guys can roast the black sesame by heating it over a pan or just put it in the oven and bake it for a couple minutes. And then we are just going to add it in, and then we are going to grind them together again. Black sesame might be hard to find, but you guys could definitely find it in your local Target. And then we are just going to pour our dry ingredients with our other dry ingredients, and then we are just going to mix well. And Kawaii Sweet World has described black sesame as like very similar to the texture of peanut butter and flavor. So it goes really well with Oreo, peanut butter and Oreo, because the Oreo is chocolate itself. And the point is we are trying to use dark dry ingredients so that our macaron comes out really dark and black. And we are going to extract our egg whites from our egg, and we are just going to whisk it until we've reached a very cloudy consistency, and then we are going to add in our granulated sugar. And then we are just going to continue whisking until we have reached stiff peaks. And this video is a condensed version, so if you guys want to see the whole entire process in making and whisking your egg whites, feel free to check out my other macaron videos. And then right here I'm just adding a couple drops of McCormick's black food coloring, and as you guys can see, egg whites makes black food coloring relatively gray, so we need to add a couple more drops in between just to make it darker. And hence the name 50 Shades of Grey, because we're going from white to really dark gray. Give this video a thumbs up if you guys think that was pretty clever. You betcha. So at this point I've already added half a bottle of black food coloring, so I don't think it's going to get any blacker. So we are just going to slide in our dry ingredient, and then we are going to fold our egg whites and our dry ingredients together. And check out my bunny macaron video because it has a really good video in real time on folding, but this is just the fast forward version. So stop folding once you reach this beautiful lava consistency, and if you guys over fold your macaron batter, it will just become really flat and will not form any feet. And then next we are going to pour our batter into our pastry bag, and we are just going to pipe them directly onto a silk pad or parchment paper. And underneath that I also have my cookie sheet. And I decided to add some seaweed sprinkles to make the flavor even more interesting. And we are going to bake it in a 300 degrees Fahrenheit oven for 20 minutes. And it comes out really beautiful and dark. After letting my macaron cool for at least 20 minutes, I decided to pipe in my black cheesecake macaron filling. And it looks really beautiful against the contrast of the macaron shell. And I have given these macarons to all of my coworkers, and they really love this flavor. I think that it's really special and definitely unique. So you guys definitely need to give this 50 Shades of Grey macaron a try. And many of my friends really like the sprinkled seaweed on top because it's kind of salty and sweet. So it's a really good complexion of flavors. So hey Turnips, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this really adventurous recipe on how to make the 50 Shades of Grey macaron. And I definitely recommend sprinkling some seaweeds on top of your macaron if you guys really want that salty sweet and really exotic flavor. And if you guys are new to my channel, feel free to subscribe to my channel and become a turnip. And I have a lot of macaron recipes and other baking desserts, and they're really good and delicious. So join me for more baking adventures every week. I also have an Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, so feel free to follow me in the links down below. Don't forget to share and like, and until next time, bye!